Hi guys, Katie Ledoux Gilbert here, Team Kate & Co. of Keller Williams, and this is Kate & Co. keeping you in the know. So I am coming at you today to talk about the cost of waiting. It is November 2022, and we are heading into what some market analysis are saying could be another recession. People are nervous about prices. They're nervous about gas and oil prices, which it's to be expected. So I can't fix those for you, but what I can talk to you about as a consumer, as a seller even, is what the cost of waiting might do to you. So if you are a buyer in today's market, listen up. I have some tips and tricks for you to dispel some of the concern about the higher interest rates. So first thing, if you were thinking about purchasing right now and the interest rate is just shy of 7%, that's okay. That rate is something that many folks who have bought and sold before in the past 25, 30 years have seen many times. What always happens with rates is they do this. They go up and they come back down. And we're already hearing from Fannie Mae and some other experts in the industry that we should see a rate decrease by March. I have a feeling it'll probably be a bit longer, probably pushing into early summer. But hang tight, because if you can afford the monthly payment right now at 7% interest rate, there is no reason you should not be buying. The adage is, and we've talked about this many times, don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and then wait, because what's going to happen is the interest rate is going to come back down and you'll refinance that for a few $1,000s rolled right into your loan and done. And maybe by that point, you'll have gained some great equity, because we've been seeing an increase in values year over year for the past 10 years at least. So that's another little tidbit that might be helpful to you. So the cost of waiting, let's go back to that. So if you were to wait, because what I hear often is we're going to wait till the spring market when the interest rates go down. Well, you and everyone else are going to be waiting for that. And what we see every year in Vermont and New Hampshire, that's where I'm licensed, is that everybody comes out in the spring. So we have bidding wars. And with the low inventory that we have in this Upper Valley region that I specifically work in, there's just going to be a shortage of homes even come next spring. So that means that if you're waiting, that lots of other people are too, and we're going to be back to having multiple offers. So homes that are listed at $315,000 could very well be bid up to as much as $365,000. That $50,000 jump was something we saw pretty regularly in a lot of our communities. Not so much our bedroom communities, but any of them that feed a workforce. You're definitely going to see those kind of prices again. Because again, remember, we just don't have enough housing for all the people that are moving to this area. Vermont and New Hampshire are very sought after. So if you could have looked at a home right now today at $315,000 for a seller that needs to sell for some reason, there's always reasoning. Doesn't mean that they need to get rid of the house. They just, sometimes there's jobs. So job change, births, deaths, marriages, divorces. So all of those things are always going to happen. So if you waited, now you're paying even more for the house. Yes, you were getting a lower interest rate, but in the long run, you're still paying more for the house because you paid more to start with and you mortgaged more. So don't let these interest rates completely freak you out and scare you into not purchasing now. If you can afford the monthly payment, perfect. Buy the house now. There's plenty of people who are still selling, and there are plenty of buyers who are still looking. But the bidding wars they're not a thing of the past. I'm not going to go that far, because a house that comes on the market and is priced appropriately is going to get a lot of views and it's going to get a lot of offers. But if you've been watching and seeing some reductions in price and people, being a bit more reasonable, it's time to pull the trigger. So all of your local mortgage brokers, all of your local banks, they can talk to you about the cost of waiting. At the end of this video, we will end up posting showing you just a cost of waiting summary, so that these numbers aren't all swirling around in your head. But I want to give you one more strategy before I go. As a real estate professional, and whoever you're working with, if it's not myself or somebody on my Kate & Co. Keller Williams team, we wish it was. So if you'd like to work with us, give me a jingle. But your real estate professional should be able to talk to you about doing a buy down strategy. So what we're seeing a little bit more of, and this takes some education, is that sellers maybe who are thinking about a price drop would rather give you a credit back at closing so that you can buy down your interest rates. So now you can take your 7% interest rate and maybe get it down to 5.99. That's an instant savings right off the top. And the seller didn't lose a drastic amount of money by doing a huge price reduction to try and get more buyers interested. So if you are a consumer and you're thinking, okay, I would really like it if I could just get my payment down a bit more, let's talk about the buyer buy down. All right, we all are prepping our sellers for it, and we are trying to educate buyers as well. So again, you'll see that strategy listed on the sheet that we attach at the end of the video, because I think it'll be very helpful. But we're right here. We want to help you buy. We're not pushing you to buy, but we want to give you some of the ideas on what the cost of waiting might do to you. So it's a great time to buy. Think of us, Kate & Co., Keller Williams, and this has been another segment of Kate & Co., keeping you in the know. Have a great day, everybody. See you soon.